This is our hand-drawn yearly time frame for the S&P 500. This is the intellectual property of Roland Attenborough, and what we're doing is taking all the odd cycles and all the even cycles and going back and cataloging the highs and the lows in the months where we can see the highest highs and the highest lows. In this rendition, we have the highest highs for a percentile for 2026. The S&P 500 has 3 in November and 4 strikes in December, meaning the end of the year is the likelihood for a high for the S&P 500. The lows in this year of 2026, 6 have come in the previous in January, 3 in April, and 2 in July. So we have already covered these 3 right here for sure for lows. And it looks like we're going to run out our high here coming up in the end of the year here for November, December. Let's go take a look at our Python program. As you know, I'm a coder and programmer, and I've just recently hit a major milestone and completed 3 years of research into 35 modules, and I'm going to show you them right now. This is a quick rendition of the S&P 500 as we've been talking about. I also have the boxes for the cycles that I've showed you before. 1 second. Here we have cataloged the cycles on the chart. Now we're going to take a look at the Python coded program. This Python module is number 35. It is the last module to run the entire program with GAN and a few other indicators, mostly GAN. Let's go ahead and see what the program gives us. We're going to run the S&P 500. Our program populates, and it asks us what year and what ticker symbol. So we put in the S&P 500 for a 2026 forecast. Then it populates our forecast. From there, it states that this ran and was successful. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at some more metrics here while we move forward. It's saved all our files here, and it's provided a monthly explanation, a Windows explanation, signals, it's got a JSON, investors report, there's a dashboard. It completed successfully, and I wanted to show you that. Let's go ahead and let's take a look now at the investor dashboard. This is our dashboard for any investor looking to get answers for any type of year, stock, crypto. So this one here, we did the S&P 500, and it's stating here we've got a potential high right now in this month and a turning point, and it looks like we have a base price of 74 and an year-end price of 81,170. Here we goes on to explain every single month, which is I think really important, and we're going to just quickly talk about it. So these months have actually happened here, and then we go to our forecasted month, which is halfway or near the end of July now, and the rest of the year will be forecast. This gives us our potential turns and what it figures, and we get some evidence of whether it's a higher or lower evidence, and then it gives us the low. So I wanted to point this out. So somewhere around August, we're looking at in September and into October, a move possibly down to 7,300, and the end of the year, a 7,400. The high for the year, it's stating December could make 88 to 89,000. I just hope you can see that. And 8,600 and 8,400 in October, and a mean average of 81,000 or 8,100 in September. So the end of the year agrees quite well with our handwritten documentation. So I wanted to show you that this is what takes me about 6 weeks now. It just took me less than 30 seconds to give you the overall cycle analysis, because these are all GAN day cycle analysis of the different potentialities and what we could see, low or high, and how weighted they are, and other historical anchors that we would use for, and what the signal strength was on those. So this is a really powerful tool for evaluating. So this is the price scenario, how it was built. And it just states here that the year-end scenario is 7,500, the middle of the year 8,100, and a topping pattern possibly to get as high as 88, 8,900. So we'll see. I'm thinking maybe around, well, from our chart here, it looks like, we could get into, the end of the year here. This 8,300 and whatnot seems to look like an area where we would be looking for some type of topping pattern into the December area. However, we could jump up and be up where the forecast states we could be topping out at. However, I think a mean height in our human observation here is about in this area here. So I'm sticking with the 83, 84 for a topping pattern in November, December. I hope you enjoyed that. Hit a like and share and hit us up in the comments. Peace and love to you guys.